All Doctor Who characters beginning with B, 1963 to 2013. Banakaf Alita, Zoki, Titanic passenger. Banakaf Alata is a Zoki who travels on the Titanic spaceship. The Doctor says he looks like talking conker, and worries that he may start a riot. Then they teleport to Earth. Banaka finally is actually a cyborg. This results in an accident years earlier on the planet Strobe. Spiky by shape and by nature, Banakanaf Alta doesn't let his name be shortened to Banana. But while he is small and grumpy, he is also very brave. Fatal Blast. Banakaf Alata is embarrassed to be a cyborg, but MEP device implanted in his chest gives him tremendous power. He uses it to save his friends. Then they are under attack by the host, but he uses up all his energy and he dies. Banakafalata cyborg secret. Banakalafa only admits to Titanic waitress Astrid Peth he is a cyborg because he has a crush on her. He makes her promise to keep the secret, then asks her to marry him. Data file. Homeworld Stro. Special abilities. Electromagnetic pulse EMP. Squeezing through small holes. Doctors met 10th. Barbara Wright, considerate companion. Barbara is a history teacher from London and one of the Doctor's first human companions. Gentle and wise, she is determined to keep an open mind about the many alien life forms she encounters. And her knowledge of history provides an invaluable whenever the TARDIS journey into Earth's past. Changing history. When Barbara is mistaken for an Aztec goddess, she tries to use her divine status to stop Aztec human of practice sacrifice, but accepts to find she can't change history. Barbara teaches at Coal Hill High School, where the Doctor's granddaughter, Susan, is a pupil. Curious about the strange girl, Barbara and fellow teacher Ian Chesterton follow Susan home one night and end up being whisked off into space and time. Data file. Origin London, England. Occupation history teacher. Doctors met first. The Beast, legendary evil entity. Before time itself existed, the disciples of light imprisoned a gigantic demon beneath the surface of Croptor. They placed the planet in a perpetual orbit around a black hole, knowing that should the creature ever escape its bonds, the planet will fall into a black hole, destroying the beast in the process. Possessed by the beast, the beast possesses all of the Ood on Croptor, and when a human expedition arrives in the sanctuary base, he plans to escape its prison by also taking over the mind of a crew member, Toby Z. The Beast is defeated when Rose Tyler causes the possession of Toby's head into being ejected into space. The black hole, it swallows him up, and the creature's body also perishes, and Croctor itself is sucked into a black hole. Data file, origin, before time began. Special abilities, possession, telekinesis, breathing fire. Doctors met 10th. Ben Jackson, courageous companion. A young Cockney sailor, Ben first meets the first Doctor in the 1960s. 1960s London, and becomes caught up in Watten's attempt to take over the world with its lethal war machines, practical, down to earth, and full of flight. Ben is not afraid of risking his own life, especially in his fellow companions in danger. Uninvited guest. Ben's life changes forever when he and his new friend Polly follow the Doctor into the TARDIS. Ever the realist, Ben takes some convincing that it has barged aboard a space time machine. Ben goes in some incredible adventures, like fighting the Dalek Cybermen and crab-like Maca. Eventually, the TARDIS takes him back to Earth, and he is delighted to discover that he has arrived on the same day he had left. Data file, origin, London, England, Earth. Occupation, Royal Navy sailor. Doctors met 1st and 2nd. Black Guardian, guardian of darkness and chaos. The Black Guardian is dangerous, but being that he thrives on the evil and darkness in the universe. As powerful as the White Guardian, the Black Guardian will appear in times of great chaos. He can appear out of thin air and manipulate people so they do what he wants. The Black Guardian will always dress in black, the appearance to trick people at once, pretending to be the White Guardian to confuse the Doctor. The Guardian agents. The Black Guardian is like all Guardians, does not act directly and has many agents who work for him, including Shadow and mysterious crowd figure. Data file, homeworld unknown, special abilities, shape-shifting, mind control, and Doctors met 4th and 5th. Blonde fell flot Pasamia de Slivine. Callium-based criminal. Blonde is a particularly devious member of the Slivine family. She kills the MI5 officer Margaret Blaine and hides in her skin in order to infiltrate the government. Her true form is at 8 foot, 2.5 meters tall. The green alien, like all Slivine, she is a wanted criminal, obsessed by money and prone to extreme flatulence. Warmonger. Blonde tries to start a World War III when she plots and her entire family blows up. She plans a nuclear meltdown in revenge. Blonde was made to carry out her first kill at age 13. She had refused her father would. If she had refused, her father would have fed her to venom grubs. She loves the thrill of hunting humans, and the thing Blonde wants in return is to return to Raxacoricophalapatorius, where she faces execution. Data file: Homeworld, Raxacoricophalapatorius. Special abilities: hiding as a human, immense strength, manipulation. Doctors met 9th. Verussa, corrupt Time Lord. Verussa is a Time Lord who has held various positions within the highest council on Gallifrey. At first a kind and gentleman, one of his pupils at Pride and Academy was the Doctor, and the two Time Lords were great friends. He later regenerates into a more dangerous character. Love-hate relationship. Until the end, the Doctor always has a great respect for Verussa, and in many ways the Doctor looks up to him. However, the Doctor is surprised to find out that his old friend would later put all his lives in danger. Time Lord trap. To gain access to Rassilon's tomb, President Verussa takes various incarnations of the Doctor out of space and time and places them in the Death Zone. As Lord President of Gallifrey, Verussa decides he wants immortality. As punishment, he is turned into some living stone inside Rassilon's tomb in the Death Zone. Data file: Homeworld, Gallifrey. Special abilities: regeneration. Doctors met 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. Brian Williams, Rory's father. Rory's dad, Brian, is a conservative 50-year-old with a limited worldview. He hates travelling, never ventured further than the paper shop or the golf course. But all that changes when the TARDIS materialises around him and whisks him into space for an adventure with dinosaurs. Although Brian is often critical of Rory, he is often very protective of him. Very protective swoops at Rory. When a pterodactyl swoops at Rory, Brian fights them off with a trowel, and he makes the Doctor promise to bring Rory and Amy back safely. Brian's log. Brian's horizons are massively broadened by his adventure when millions of cubes appear over Earth. Brian is full of ideas of what they might be and records his observations on them in a video log, also known as vlog. Fetch. Brian is staggered to find dinosaurs on a spaceship, and even more so to ride one. When the Doctor can't find a way to get the Triceratops moving, quick thinking Brian chucks a golf ball and it runs after them. Data file: Origin, England, Earth. Hobbies: gardening and DIY. Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart, former commander of unit. The Brigadier has been one of the Doctor's greatest allies and a close friend. The pair first meet when Lethbridge Stewart is a colonel, and together they work to defeat the invading Great Intelligence. Some years later, the newly promoted Brigadier dedicates himself to defend the Earth as head of unit. Unit stands for Unified Intelligence Task Force, previously United Nations task force. It is a military group set up to investigate and counter paranormal threats to Earth and a number of different incarnations of the Doctor. A number of different incarnations of the Doctor have had a close involvement with the organisation and with Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart. Necessitine invasion. With the Doctor as his scientific advisor, the Brigadier helped see off countless alien invasions, including an attempt by Nestens and the Master to conquer Earth. As a military man, the Brigadier is fiercely paranoid, and his first instinct is to blow up anything he sees as a threat, much to the Doctor's annoyance. Although the Doctor leaves unit, the pair remain friends and meet up several times. Data file. Origin Scotland, Earth. Occupation head of the UK Continental Unit. Doctors met 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 7th. Sources: BBC Doctor Who Character Encyclopedia.